Great to have you with us. Now, police have managed to restore calm at Nkwanta Senior High School in the Volta region after students clashed with school authorities over the destruction of mobile phones seized from the students. Angered by the action of the authorities, the students went on rampage, destroying school property. It took police intervention to restore calm back to campus. Here's Headmaster Paul Boafo speaking to our sister station Adum TV.
A housemaster, we went to the house and some of the students complained to him that some of the students are not sleeping in the dormitory. So they decided to conduct a roll call yesterday night after prayers. So just after prayers, they took the lead to house 2 and 3. Then one of the teachers passed through house 4. When he went, he saw 2 phones being charged in the house, 2 illegal connections from the fan or the light. So he picked the phones. Then they went further to house 2 and 3. Since they were going to conduct the roll call in house 2, they ushered all the house 3 students into the room. And after that, they conducted the roll call peacefully in house 2. Then just after the roll call, then house 3 people came out shouting "Chobu, and they started hurling stones at them. When they went there, they saw 2 students also having phones and they took them from them. And that was all when they started chasing them out with stones, and they ran out and they came and mobilized their people, and they caused a lot of distraction to the school. All the school vehicles have been smashed, the glasses have been smashed, the administration block, all the river blades, the signboard, the new signboard which have been donated by the 94-year group recently has also been smashed, and a lot of things have been destroyed in the school. Meanwhile, we are going down to the information, so we don't know. We called on the police yesterday. They couldn't enter until they had reinforcement from the army from Pasa, the battalion at Pasa. They came before there was calm, and almost all the students ran out of town. They ran through the bush into the town and slept in the town. So that is where we have reached now. So I've just called an emergency meeting, and we are going to look at the things, the way it happened. So that is what I can tell you for now.
Now, the municipal chief executive of the area has been speaking to our sister station Adum TV as well. The police has also been telling us more.
Mofra ko wabo ntomu da humra se na ba ko hye atade white se na suma ba ho no wa ya atade white na wonam sa wan sha atade bi ntomu na nsu musa o medu main compost wa ha no na ha so wan fo so pie ye e fa main gate no na mo hia won etu o mo buo ntomu e de fa wo be sin building na e wa se ho no na o mo epie wo gate na no na luckily se na me de kan ka no na post fo bi wa junction no so o mo ye so o me tena o mo asa no we are anye nti ka o medu police commander ho no na mo sabedu a o mo abefre reinforcement ya ba the commander aka sabedu ha odi ne car no sinka odi di anim na students na dum light na o compass ha nyina abobol what do call it box ni nyina nti se odi car no be di anim na o ma police fo no apia o mo ba na o mo de mbuo o mo pai commander no glass yes na o mo le tutie na ma fresh o je fo si o mo mra na so je fo ba ye na ya tumi abaka mo a dodo member no dodo na adwane akoko ma de municipal mo ram ya wura no ma no kwa na ya ho wom na ya to obufu na ya mo ko da ye na ye ya tra ha ma de ya tie ya ma be tie wa ntini ase no ayampa o ka say o ma say school cars no miensa eye master no pick up no ma say no school car Kia car na omodefa enuana aduane no ma say no omo yellow bus o ma say no na say o ma say no because motors back 50
yan ntiese be amadunu ndi yan ntiese school for no air to trouble pinche bi esi school no nti ema boys phone so ema eba ho abo hare so na yebedu an yehu se eduma no se yekase ye dia nipa ndebre de pra bi nsi be wu nti ni yebegina a wo me gate na no etwen ma soldiers ni bai bra soldiers ni bai ye bo wura mu na enum na wo mo toto abo ema big car police car no na achieving screen any media no every boy na ye come no you say woman say no ma pii o compound o woman cars me sa woman bo na hwehwe masters me no woman vandalize woman demo no nyina motos system woman say no and woman classroom a woman ko tra ho suade maka boss no woman kini nyina papa no and a woman administration block also sub common room woman destroy the phone woman into any idea efforts will have to see.
You just heard the MCE for the area and the police commander for the area. Both of them really going through the amount of damage that has been caused by the students. They named 3 cars, 50 motorbikes. Even the police vehicle had a windscreen or a back screen cracked. We are going to speak to a reporter who has been following this for us, Kwame Obrimpo. He joins us on the line. Kwame, thanks for joining us. In the first place, describe for us the current situation on the school campus.
All right. Currently, I'm in Quantas Senior High School, where I can tell you that the children are going about doing their normal duties, but just that classes have not resumed yet. There is calm here. The police and the other security agencies who were here yesterday around 10:45 p.m. have left the place, and I could also see community police assistants. They are currently here. There's PCS come as restored at Quantas Senior High School as I speak with you.
How are the teachers and school administration reacting to what happened yesterday?
Right. According to the students, around 10:45 p.m. yesterday, after they closed from prep, they were in their dormitories. Some were even sleeping, and masters who were on duty or masters on duty went around doing a dormitory roll call. So upon reaching one of the dormitories, which is house 3, some of the masters found some 2 or 3 mobile phones that children or the students were charging with an illegal connection. So through that, the teachers wanted to seize their mobile phones from them, and that has resulted to this riot. And as I speak, currently in Quantas Senior School has been totally damaged, has been totally destroyed, because if you look at the cost damage here, it's really, really hurtful. The headmaster of Quantas Senior School, the pickup or the van that he has been using for his summer duty has been crashed down with stones. The police commander who came with his patrol team at that moment also has his car, the front and the back windscreen smashed down. The school vehicle that the school has recently repaired them, or maybe people are putting them on track, have been damaged by these students throwing stones here and there. Before the result, the riot, the children were they managed to switch off all the power in the school, so they were able to do whatever they wanted to do. And over 8 classroom blocks where they have a formica board have been totally destroyed. And currently, I'm at the administration block, and teachers and masters are currently. I wanted to talk to them, find out the situation, how they are feeling. One of the teachers who had his room or his bungalow completely destroyed has been, and I can tell you, I can let me join the headmaster of Quantas Senior High School is up there, so that maybe we can have some information I really will say. But
right.
Currently he is around. Yeah, the headmaster from Quantas Senior High School, Mr. P. Jako, he's here. He can tell us the situation now, and then maybe the way management of this school, authorities of this school want to take part. Thank you for joining us on Join Me. Thank you. Please tell us what happened, the riot.
Right, Kwame Obrimpo there. He is our man at the Nkwanta Senior High School, trying to catch a word with the headmaster of the school, and we'll be bringing you that word later in the bulletin. Now, moving on to other stories, doctors say Kwesi Parker-Wilson has developed an eye infection after he was slapped in the face by a member of the security detail of ex-President John Mahama on Monday. The identity of the security person is yet to be known. The assault has left him with a bloodshot eye. Meanwhile, Joy News is said to officially notify the police on the matter for action to be taken. Kwesi Parker-Wilson has been speaking to my colleague, Nancy Emefa Dradosi.
So he took me to the former president, and Mr. Mahama apologized. He said he's sorry. I should forgive the NDC, forgive him and the NDC party, and asked me to identify the young man who assaulted me. If I'm able to do that, he will deal with the young man. But unfortunately, at that moment, all the security guards present at the auditorium, he wasn't there. So I told him, oh, the man is not here at the moment, but if I'm able to identify him, I'll definitely let him know. And he said, yes, he wants that so that he can deal with the young man. So that is what happened. And when I went to the hospital, the doctor said, looks like I have an infection with the eye. So I should return on Wednesday for a critical examination of the eye. But he gave me some drugs so that it could relieve the pain or ease the pain that I'm feeling. Because as I said, as I speak to you right now, I still feel pains around.
See the red?
Yeah, it's still red, yeah. So hopefully tomorrow I'll go to the hospital for the doctors to examine the eye, and then they can confirm if there is any injury or anything. I don't know.
And I'm sure the police have also been notified about this case and be going there soon.
Yes, the managing editor, Mr. Kwashi, has already notified the police, and from here we're going to the police station to officially file a complaint, and I'm sure they'll take it up from there and investigate the matter.
Now, spokesperson for the former president, Mahama James Ejenim Boateng, says action will be taken against the security guard who assaulted Parker when he is identified. He reiterated the former president's apology to the journalist.
Okay, maybe just by way of summary. The principal, former President Mahama, had finished addressing delegates at Pentecost University College. That's Anyaso Trum constituency. Then he decided to thank the uni authorities for offering to host yesterday's program. And you know that our National Women and Youth Conference had also been hosted by the Church of Pentecost at its convention center. So Mr. Mahama had gone to thank the university authorities because for him that was the second time that he was engaging with party people on the campus, and also to thank the Church of Pentecost for hosting. So that was really the meeting. This was taking place 7 floors up. Just when that was over, and it was a no media event, that part, it was just a private meeting. If you like you guys call it, it was basically a photo op. So he had gone 7 floors up, and I had gone with him and a few others. Just when that was over and I came down to the ground floor, my attention was drawn to the fact that something had happened, and the Joy FM reporter's body had been breached. So I found out where he was, and interestingly, he was in the detail of the security people, of other campaign teams. So I went into this detail, and yes, there he was. The first thing I said to him was to apologize to him, even before I knew the facts, because you might ask, why did I offer to apologize to him again when I didn't know the facts? Point was, he was in our company. Whether he had come there on his own or by invitation, he was working as a press person, and it was important that we provided him with protection, which we had done all the way. So I offered him the apology, and right there and then I heard an announcement on the radio that the vehicles needed to proceed to the next destination.
Now, Executive Director for the Media Foundation for West Africa, Suleiman Abrahima, was appalled about the incessant attacks on journalists, and he called for stringent measures by media organizations to safeguard the employees whilst on the field.
As journalists, we need to get to the point where we know that for whatever reason, some people may not always be happy with what we do. And therefore, in terms of our safety and security, we need to take it quite serious. There are occasions where even as we can't justify any physical attack on any journalist, sometimes if you investigate or go into the matter, you realize that, well, journalist could have handled himself or herself in a way that such an incident could have been prevented. The other thing is about whether or not our media organizations really, put in place measures that would ensure that the safety of the workers, I mean, not just journalists, but all other workers within the media space are guaranteed. And when incidents like what happens, we take a very collective and bold decision to send a very strong signal. I think we've gotten to a point where we need to really change course and send that signal that, look, journalists are doing, work that is doesn't put anybody at risk. We're just doing our work. We're just reporting for the people, and working in the public interest. And for me, security people like, what we are told happened yesterday, who think the best way to act is to attack a journalist, I don't think they are fit for their position. And I just hope that it wouldn't just end with a statement from the former president's campaign team. I think it would be great for us to hear the former president himself. And I was hoping that by now, given the record of what happened when he was president, and I would say presided over a very serious case of impunity when the Sandobe incident happened, I would have hoped that when this matter happened, he himself yesterday would have just personally even made a comment or condemned the incident, so that
you mean a public comment, because he's spoken personally to Parker. So you mean a public comment?
Well, I think a public comment would be in order.
Okay.
But for you telling us that he's spoken to Parker, I wouldn't know. Any other person wouldn't know. Perhaps people who are his supporters across the country would not even know. So that next time, if they feel a journalist has done something that offends them, or a journalist is going beyond the boundaries, they would know that, well, if I were to act this way, the person that I am serving, for whom I think I'm acting this way, would not even be, because when the previous incident happened, he publicly condemned it and called on all supporters not to treat journalists in the way that.
Now, away from that story, the Ghana Union of Traders Associations is angered at xenophobia allegations by the Nigerian Union of Traders Associations in Ghana against their hosts. Guta leaders cite the Nigerian traders of suggesting in a petition to President Buhari that Ghanaians are maltreating them and denying them access to legitimate business. They alleged the situation had led to the loss of lives in some instances, allegations the Ghanaian traders describe as blatant lies and twisted facts. Prince Apia.
On October 9, 2018, the National Association of Nigerian Traders and the Nigerian Union of Traders Association in Ghana petitioned office of their president over alleged xenophobic attacks in Ghana.
Because of what is going on, we want Mr. President to come and salvage the situation. Save our souls, correct? Yes. Save the souls of Nigerians in Ghana from xenophobic attacks, from the dismantling of their means of livelihoods.
President of the National Association of Nigerian Traders, Ken Okeaha, in another meeting with members, said the actions by the Ghanaian counterparts violate ECOWAS protocols.
One matter, a law that is inconsistent with that of ECOWAS protocols, with that of ECOWAS treaty, was pushed in by Ghanaian parliament to the extent that no foreigner is supposed to do business in Ghana except if you have $1 million as investment capital. And we're crying for the whole world to hear that ECOWAS may hear. ECOWAS may act before it is too late. There are many other nationals living in Nigeria. We might take steps also to crush integration, and that is not in the best interest of ECOWAS.
Ghana Union of Traders Association Guta, however, described the claims as fabrication of falsehood. Ashanti Regional General Secretary Muhammad Ali addressed the press conference in Kumasi.
In their petition to His Excellency President Buhari, through his senior special advisor on diaspora, Abike Dabiri Eriwa, NUTA presented calculated stories of lies to win the sympathy of the ECOWAS community. They petitioned that Nigerians in Ghana, with a special reference to the Ashanti region, are being harassed, molested, and their shops burned down and locked are preventing them to do their business in a peaceful atmosphere. They claim as a result, a Nigerian woman has committed suicide. These are blatant lies.
Guta says the death of the woman in question, which was being investigated by security agencies, had nothing to do with the trade issues. Mr. Ali says only people who have failed to comply with the law have had their shops closed.
Recently, the President of Nigeria, His Excellency Muhammad Buhari, signed an executive order to prevent foreigners from doing jobs Nigerians can do. You can testify to that. We'll give you the documents. There is also a massive massive task force operating in Nigeria, preventing foreigners from engaging in retail trade at the markets and business centers. That goes by the name as Panda Special Task Force on Foreign Trade. All we are saying is that Ghana is a sovereign state and its laws must be obeyed and adhered to by all and sundry, whether one is a citizen or a foreigner.
As per the Ghana Investment Promotion Center Act 865, Section 27, foreign nationals residing in Ghana are barred from retail trade, which is the sole preserve of Ghanaians. The Ministry of Trade and Industries in Ghana formed a compliance committee to streamline the business operations of foreign nationals in retail trade. The committee in its operations uncovered certain illegalities some foreigners were perpetrating. The relationship between Ghana and Nigeria is crucial for the West African trade and region. It is therefore important a lasting solution is found to address it before the unpleasant happens.
Still live on Joy News today with me, Daniel Dazi. You want to stay with us because still up ahead in the bulletin, a man has been arrested in the Ashanti region for attempting to sell off his 15-year-old daughter in marriage. We'll bring you more after these messages. Stay with us. Thanks for staying with us. Now, police in the Ashanti region have rescued a 15-year-old junior high school student from being married off at the expense of her education. Her father, Abdullahi Abbas, who allegedly connived with his 30-year-old Niger-based in-law to perpetrate the crime, is in custody at King Ase Ebrim in the Ashanti region. The intervention on the second day of the marriage ceremony followed a collaborative effort between the police and Love FM's Erastus Asai Donko, who has details.
Teachers in the area say the practice of forcing girls out of school into marriage is very prevalent. Following a tip-off, I met and had a chat with a 15-year-old JHS student at Ebrim. Her anxiety stemmed from one issue. Her father and uncles were forcibly giving her out to a 30-year-old distant cousin she has never met. She wanted me to help stop the marriage, which was due 3 days from my meeting with her. What about your mother? What's your mother saying?
She said that she don't want the family to have a problem. If I refuse, they will say that she is the one who said that I should not agree. I want to go forward for my education further. I'm also a child.
How old are you?
15.
And the man you're going to get married to, do you know him?
No.
Where is he?
They say he's in Niger. Father's brother said that the marriage show.
Your father's brother?
Yeah.
He's the one who is pushing for the marriage?
Yes.
Why? So what is your father saying?
Like say he don't want the family to have problems.
So he has agreed that they should marry you off?
Yes.
I subsequently drew the attention of the Police Domestic Violence and Victim Support Unit, which detailed a team of personnel to mount a rescue operation. She was taken out of a room where they were preparing her for the marriage rituals. Her father, Abdullah Abbas, has been arrested and charged with compulsion of marriage. The girl has since been offered protective shelter pending the determination of the case. DSP Prince Kodia of the Regional Office of Dofsu spoke with Love News.
The law of the land states that you can only marry a girl to someone at the age of 18 years. So once we've gotten the girl, one, we give her shelter. That's our preoccupation. We give the girl shelter, and the perpetrators, the both families, for the one who is coming to marry the girl and the parents of the girl are going to face justice.
There are indications arranged child marriages are denying many girls at the brim education. Some teachers who want to remain anonymous shared their sentiments.
Yeah, since I came here, I have seen not less than 6 of them. So those whom I have seen, but there are a lot that I have not had a chance to see. So there are many.
Do they complete school, or whilst they are in school they are just married off? What ages are we talking about?
We are talking of the ages around 12 to 15. With the few who just completed, as soon as they complete GHS, they are given out.
Reporting for Joy News, Erastus Asaredonko, Kumasi.
Now, the Forestry Commission is planning to extend its Operation Halt exercise currently ongoing in the Western region to other parts of the country. The joint operation is to clamp down on illegal loggers and other encroachers of forest reserves, and it has seen the arrest of perpetrators and seizure of illegally sawn lumber. Nana Aljima spoke with forestry officials ahead of a second auction of timber seized by the task force.
Forestry experts predict a complete depletion of the country's natural forests in the next decade if the current rate of exploitation continues. There are fears the country will resort to importing timber for construction. The Ghana Forest Investment Program indicates the country loses 2% of its forest annually, translating into about 700,000 hectares. Acting on the worrying trend, the Forestry Commission deployed personnel and the military into forests in the western region to curtail the trend. Ahead of auctioning of seized lumber, the Commission explains the measure has proven effective, hence the need to replicate in other areas. Thomas Oche is Ashanti Region Manager of Forestry Commission.
Take this opportunity to warn them that they should know that we'll come after them no matter what. This is going to be replicated in all the regions across the country. So don't take advantage and start destroying the reserve. No matter whether it's farming, chainsawing, galamseying, everything will go after you. So people should be warned. This is the first of its kind, and we're going to continue.
Already, a first consignment of confiscated lumber has been auctioned under the watch of a supervisory committee. Though proceeds from the sale is yet to be made public, the Commission insists transparency is assured. Mr. Oche says decision to auction seized lumber in the Ashanti region instead of the Western region is to prevent perpetrators from benefiting from their illegality.
The committee was put in place by the Chief Executive. He wants it to be open for everybody to know that we are not pocketing anything out of the sales. Yes, we're going to pay everything to government chest, and you should trust that. It's a committee made up of directors and whoever. Yes.
Still watching Joy News today with me, Daniel Daze. Stay with us.